And hello, we're going live to to all channels on YouTube and on Instagram through our group channel, the Tottenham Supplement, and also on my personal group, the personal channel on TikTok, which is under my name, Criandro. So hello, welcome. It's the big draw, the FA Cup third round, and yeah, cannot wait. I've just seen one comment on TikTok already from Al1. Yeah, I do remember you, man. How can one forget? How can one forget? So yeah, unforgettable, man. But yeah, the Manchester United fan. But yeah, looking forward to this one. The FA Cup third round draw, which should be a cracker. It should be an interesting one. Spurs, well, of course, Premier League club. It opened up in the opening round, and yeah, so it should be interesting. I know it says that there should be some issues with the live quality on the TikTok, but hopefully it hopefully is okay. Bear with. It should sort itself out soon enough. But yeah, cannot wait for this one. We are ball number actual screen. If I can do that, let's have a look. Where can we go? Slide. There we go. Maybe not that. Okay, so if we go to share the screen and then share the application, we should be able to see that one coming up now. There we go. Might be a little bit on the small side there. There we go. We just swap that through now, and I'll show you on here. Let's grab a new camera there. Have a look. So phone Abra and a snipping tool. So there we go. So there's the balls there. We are ball number 39. And as you can see, there are a few numbers that I'm sure people will be looking out for. Arsenal are number 2, as you would expect, but Bournemouth is it Bournemouth usually first? AFC Bournemouth in this case. And Chelsea all the way down in number 11. That's the one that I'll be looking out for. Who is it that you would want to see us take on? So let's have that. Let's have that out loud there. They're just about to. Well, Ali McCoy is on the screen there, and uh, Joe Cole, and well, there is a Spurs guy there, and the big, tall, lanky striker there, Peter Crouch. He's on board. So let's hope that we get a good draw. Let's hope we get a good number going here. So yeah, cannot wait for this one because we got knocked out early in the hello there, everybody on TikTok, and hi everybody there on YouTube and on Instagram. Cannot wait for this one because obviously we got knocked out early in the League Cup. I still haven't quite forgiven my man for that one because we got to the semi-final last season. I know people will say ifs, buts, and what and monkey nuts and all that, but it is a I mean, yes, we need to try and get as far as in these competitions as we can. I want to see us challenge for a trophy. That's what I want to see us do. To just faffing around. And this trophy, I want to see us win probably more than any because Jesus Christ has been in until since 1991 we were last tasted victory in this competition. Let's see, 95 we got to the semi-final, lost to bloody Everton 4-1. What was it, 2006, 17 was it? Where we got to semi-final, lost to Manchester United. Just way too many to remember. 1993, of course. Got to semi-final, lost to Arsenal then, didn't we? Or something along those lines. So yeah, we need to try and get a little bit better in this competition. We need to try and fix up, and look sharp. You know what I mean? But Peter Crouch is emptying the balls into the basket there. Number 21, Liverpool. Number 22, Manchester City. I know people want to avoid that, but I don't see why. I don't see why. It is because we got it. We got the beating of them, especially on their patch. So I don't fear anybody. What I want to see us do is actually, take this seriously. Take this competition seriously. That's what I want to see us do. Number 43 drawn out, and that's Wolves. Wolves are drawn out there, so they play number 47, And that's Shrewsbury Town. So a bit of a localish kind of derby there. Interesting, that one. Interesting enough. Number 63. That is Doncaster Rovers. I wouldn't mind a nice little trip up there if my leg can hold up. At number 35, that is Southampton. Southampton there. So they got a nice little trip. 39. Spurs at home. Who we got? Number 3, Aston Villa. Aston Villa. Aston Villa. Okay, so Spurs versus Aston Villa, yo. Probably not what we wanted so early on, but you know, Port Vale, that's the next team drawn out. And Port Vale will take on Fleetwood Town. So yeah, then we were drawn out early. Well, at least we're drawn at home. Preston North End. I wouldn't mind a trip there. We'll look. Next team to be drawn out. Number 18. That's Ipswich Town. Going great guns at the moment from what I can see. They play 59. And that is Blackpool. Well, hurry up then and draw the rest then. 44. That is Wrexham. And they play 28, which is Nottingham Forest. There you go. Just bring it on TikTok. Here we have drawn in the third round. Oh, Charlton Athletic have been drawn out. And they take on Chelsea, London derby. I've never ever been to the Valley, the stadium I'd love to go to. It is what it is. Number 22. That is Manchester City. I'm sure they'll get a nice draw. We're City after all. And they play 61. And that's Exeter City. Come on, Exeter. Do the business. Do the business, man. So as you just seen there, Spurs will take on Aston Villa in the third round of the FA Cup draw. So there we go. West Ham United has been drawn out. And they play number 32, which is Queen's Park Rangers, another London derby, another one. So let me know what you think. Tottenham versus Aston Villa in the opening round. Number 34, opening round for us, I should say. That's Sheffield Wednesday, who are really, really struggling in the Championship. They've got two lots of points deductions already, and they take on Brentford, who I think it's safe to say are struggling in the Premier League. After we beat them as well over the weekend. Number 6, that's Fulham, who beat us recently, of course. They take on number 24, that's Middlesbrough. So two kind of informed sides there. That is a cracker. That is a cracker. Number 15, that is Everton. At their new stadium, of course. Number 37, they'll take on Sunderland. An all Premiership tie there. All Premiership. Of course, we've drawn there we go. So another draw. Liverpool at home. And they will take on number 50, Barnsley. Am I right in saying that? I think Barnsley did beat Liverpool in a famous FA Cup game. Probably got that wrong. Number 9 won Burnley. And they are going to be taking on number 25, which is Millwall. So that'll be an interesting time there. Just been joined there by the East End voice. How you doing, Angie? You right?
Hello, hello, everyone. How we doing?
We are good. I think we just, like you see at the bottom there, we've just drawn Aston Villa in the third round. Not Norwich City versus Walsall's just been drawn out as well.
We've got Villa.
So yeah, we've
Okay,
got Villa. Portsmouth
and it's
has
a
just been
home
drawn.
game
Portsmouth versus
at
Arsenal.
least, though.
It is, and that's a big one. Portsmouth versus Arsenal just been drawn
So
out.
that's
So
something.
my current town, taking on Arsenal. Derby County. Chelsea are playing Charlton. I've just been asked on TikTok. So Chelsea are away to Charlton. Exeter have been drawn out, and they are taking on Manchester City. That's for Harry there on TikTok. And AJ10, Chelsea are playing Charlton. I think it was Derby versus Leeds in that one. Swansea have just been drawn out, and they take on West Bromwich Albion. You'd think so there, AJ. You'd think so, but as I say, magic of the cup. You just never know. What's your thoughts then, Ange, on Aston Villa at home? Salford City have been drawn out, and they take on Swindon. Are you there, Angie, still? There we go. Just come back on there. So Boreham Wood versus Brackley Town. I think Anne's just gone, so we shall have to look at that there. So West Ham, I've just drawn QPR, RH2910. So that's who they have got there. So Brackley Town or Burton Albion, who are going to be playing now, they're taking on Boreham Wood. So Grimsby Town are going to draw Manchester United. Western Supermare, so that should be found there. Crouch, Manchester City, they got Exeter City. Fred on TikTok, and did Crouchy do us dirty? Well, as you can see there, along the bottom, we drew Aston Villa at home. So Aston Villa in good form. So I don't know, Ryan. That is kind of a tough one to probably think about. Hull City versus Blackburn Rovers has just been drawn out there. So no worries, Fred. No worries at all. So Newcastle United take on Bournemouth. So the furthest north in the Premier League take on the furthest south. I think I'm right in saying. So there we go. Milton Keynes Dons. Wimbledon are not still in there, so they won't draw that. Number 29, Oxford United. Coventry have not been drawn yet, Brad. So Coventry have not been drawn. So number 62 is Cheltenham Town. And they take on number 20, which is Leicester City. So no, that's not nothing to do with the Midlands. Cheltenham have literally just been drawn out there. They got Leicester City. So there we go. Leicester City, I think they're doing okay in the Championship. I know they did lose quite heavily at home recently. Cambridge United have just been drawn out. And they take on Birmingham. So Birmingham City, Damari Gray, I think I just saw score quite a good goal. Portsmouth, they take on Arsenal. Preston, so they take on Arsenal. Bristol City have just been drawn. They take on Watford. There you go, Ryan. All these teams they drew Villa. It could have been worse, man. It could have been worse. But yeah, Preston, Portsmouth are the town I live close to right now. So if I can't get to Spurs versus Aston Villa, then maybe I might take on. I might go to Fratton Park and see. Oh, Stoke versus Coventry for the guy who just asked about Coventry. So a little bit of a Midlands derby there. Potteries versus the West Midlands there. Macclesfield Town, where Sol Campbell, I think, impressively led. Macclesfield Town take on Crystal Palace, in film Crystal Palace as well, who are currently lying fourth in the Premier League. Are they in the title race? Who knows? Would they want that kind of pressure on them? Who knows? Manchester United. They got either Brighton, Sheffield United, or Mansfield, and they take on Brighton. So there we go. There we go. Okay.
Brighton.
Welcome back there, Angie. Yep.
Okay.
Manchester United versus Brighton. That should be a cracker of a game there. Come on, Brighton. Sheffield United, they should take on Mansfield. There's the only ball left there. And yeah, this is it's actually quite good. Quite good. Quite a good draw there. So I think it got cut off there when we were talking about what you thought about us taking on Villa. What are your thoughts on that one?
Well, considering our last result against them, I mean, you would think that the odds are stacked against us. However,
For
from our
Tom, sorry, for
performance-
Tom, Millwall take on Burnley.
Oh,
Carry on. Sorry.
However, our performance at the weekend showed what we can achieve. So I think if that team goes out and plays against Villa, there won't be a repeat of our league game.
Yeah. Well, we hope. We can only hope, eh?
No, I think yeah.
It'll only get worse.
Yeah, well, I mean, managers tend to field a stronger squad for the FA Cup, of course. So I am expecting, most of the Villa team to play. And I do hope, as we're not in Carabao, I do hope Frank takes the FA Cup seriously as well and fields a strong team so that we can actually get a good cup run.
I hope so. Because that the defeat to Newcastle in the League Cup was kind of as Ryan says on TikTok, the Villa knocked us out the FA Cup last season. I remember that. Literally came hot on the heels of us losing to Liverpool, didn't it? In the League Cup semi-final, and then we played Aston Villa in the I think the weekend after, and then we got schooled by Villa, losing 2-1. T.B for NIA on TikTok says, who have Manchester United got? They have Brighton. They drew Brighton in that game, so that's going to be a tough game for you guys. And I remember the back and forth I had with Ali on TikTok during the live stream. You got a tough game there, man. I know we got a tough game, but you got your game is just as tough. Any other ties that kind of stand out for you there, Ange? I think we just talked about Manchester United, Brighton. That could be a cracker. I think for the smaller sides, Exeter taking on Manchester City should be a bit of a boon. I hope that they try and do something. But I know that all the big teams, there's already the smaller teams, got to look at it as a cash cow now. But I like it when they, in the old days, when you used to actually go to these stadiums and actually try and put on a performance to try and get them back to their own ground and and see what they could do.
I think, I mean, as you said, a cash cow, of course, but when we went to Tamworth and Manchester United, Grimsby, there was a big fanfare around those games. So I think as much as, if there are the financial benefits to a club, I think we do have that kind of essence of the old FA Cup days where it really was, wow, this sort of Premiership club is coming to us and we get to play them. So I think there's still an air of that.
I hope so. The magic of the FA Cup and all that.
Yeah, I mean, we saw that with Grimsby and Man U. So the magic of the FA Cup was very much alive. And do remember we struggled against Tamworth. Shh. Let's not talk about that. But I will. We did struggle.
We absolutely battered them in the last 90 minutes. It was kind of it was a real struggle.
So the beauty of the FA Cup is alive, and let's hope Exeter do something. Come on, Exeter.
let's say another big game there is Portsmouth versus Arsenal. I think that caught the eye of quite a few of
Yeah.
my mates there, especially the ones that live down in Pompey. So yeah,
Yeah, and
that should
that's
be a
the
cracker
thing,
of a game as well.
The Pompey supporters, or they will be the 12th men, you know, all of those supporters, they are
Mm,
loud. Do you remember when we played? They are loud. So
yes,
that will
yeah,
actually be
yeah.
tough for Arsenal, you know, because wow, their fans,
It will
wow,
be.
yeah, they got quite a fan base. Yeah, that should be
Exactly.
interesting.
Patrick Adjuman, the Derby, they got Leeds United at home. So that's going to be a tricky one. That will be a tricky one. Yeah, and yeah. What do you think about that one? I know I haven't actually seen too much of Derby. I know that they're kind of like the butt of the jokes in the championship, because whenever points deductions well, whenever a team falls foul or something in the championship, Derby usually are the team that gets deducted 10 points or something along those lines. That's what the joke is. But I reckon Derby can actually get up for a game like that against Leeds, especially as Leeds decent enough side, but you feel that they are ripe for the taking, especially in one-off games like that. You kind of think that that's but we'll also just go through a few of the other games as well, because it is going to be kind of an interesting one there. We shall see. We shall see. I just seen a message there from you to Ryan. There, we've got this. We shall see. We shall see.
We got this. We got to have. No, we've really got to go in there with full confidence.
No, for definite, for definite. But it's going to be a cracking game. We shall. Let me have a look at the other FA Cup, the games in the FA Cup as well. The other games have been drawn out. Let us see. Let us see. Okay, so we started off with Wolves against Shrewsbury Town, Doncaster Rovers versus Southampton. So that would be an interesting tie there. Spurs versus Villa was the third team to come out. Port Vale Fleetwood, Preston Wigan, a big local derby there. Ipswich Town against Blackpool. Ipswich going great guns in the Championship. Wrexham versus Nottingham Forest. I'm going to be? Am I a bit salty if I say come on Wrexham in that one?
That should be interesting.
And then a massive London derby there as Charlton take on Chelsea. So see how that one goes. Where are we? My screen just refreshed itself accidentally. So Charlton versus Chelsea, and then Manchester City versus Exeter City. We just talked about that one. Another big London derby there. West Ham versus QPR. Do you think that actually has the potential of a giant killing? Yeah. Potential there for a giant killing?
Do you know what? No.
It depends on which West Ham turns up, doesn't it?
That's the thing. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, Nuno is setting them up, and they are getting there, and they are showing signs of. They have their moments of brilliance, and then it just kind of peters out, and it's like, oh, back to the same old. On QPR's current form this season, I just don't think so, though. Yeah, they're not. I don't think they're having the best of seasons.
That's what all the.
They're not. Let me have a. Where are they in the Championship table?
It is. Yeah, it could be an interesting one. That could be an interesting one. Right, now we carry on.
Well, they're 10th. QPR are 10th in the Championship table.
Well, they're in the Championship.
They were knocking at the door to the Premiership.
Yeah.
Not so long ago, the sort of start of the season, they were knocking at the door. So I think West Ham play their cards right, they can
Mm,
actually take a win there. They
yeah,
could.
exactly that. Exactly that. So okay, so and then the rest of the draw there, Sheffield Wednesday versus Brentford. Sheffield Wednesday having an
Okay,
abysmal time right now.
they are.
Their chairman, I don't know if you know the story of Sheffield Wednesday. Their chairman is just checked out. He really does not care anymore.
Yep.
So he's literally checked out, and they've been deducted 2 lots of 10 points. They are 22 points away from safety after just 14 games played. They are going heading straight down to League One, but you never know. I mean, they did quite well in a couple of games in the League Cup, didn't they? So you never know if the right kind of situation comes up. You never know what can happen. And Brentford having a bit of a tough time as it is in the Premier League, afterwards, especially after just beating them as well this weekend. But
Mhm.
in general, not really having the best time of it, are they?
No, they're not at the moment. And there was a time when they were kind of they were winning games, and they were showing that, oh right, okay, so Frank has left them. They're not going to plummet into the championship as people were sort of like, the people were saying, oh, they're going to plummet into the championship, and they were doing okay, but they seem to have tailed off. I don't know what's happened. I don't know what's
Oh, I
happened to
think we've
them.
lost you again there.
Oh,
Ah, there you
did
are.
he lose? Yeah, I think they kind of tailed off a
Mm,
bit.
that's right.
Um,
Yeah, you're back. Yeah.
yeah,
Mm,
they've tailed off a bit, unfortunately for them, um, because they were doing okay,
mm,
and now they've kind of dropped down the table.
mm. Yeah. Yeah. No, exactly that. So I guess we shall see what's happening there. Um, okay. Right. And this will just continue with the rest of it there. Fulham versus Middlesbrough. That could be an interesting one. That could be an interesting one. Um, Fulham kind of having a bit of a mixed bag, but they're generally doing okay. Middlesbrough going great guns in the championship, although they did get heavily smashed over the weekend. So we shall see how that goes. Everton, Sunderland in the new stadium. That'll be the first FA Cup
Oh,
game in their new ground.
actually, I think that would be quite an interesting game. That's actually a game I would probably
Mm,
want to watch, because everyone
yeah,
thought,
yeah, exactly.
even though they did invest heavily in their team, the assumption was,
Mm,
oh, Sunderland, oh, they've been promoted. Oh, they'll probably be bottom half of the table. They'll probably
mm,
likely plummet back down. But they have been giving teams
mm,
a run for their money. I mean, look at, Sunderland v Arsenal.
yep, yep.
So that's not going to be the easy match that at the start of the season clubs probably would have thought it would be.
Mm,
Now we've seen Sunderland play. It's like,
mm,
who wants to draw them? We don't want to draw Sunderland. Do you know what I mean? So that's going to be, I think that'll be quite an interesting match for Everton. I really do. It's a tough one.
yeah.
Tough one. Can't even call a winner out on that one,
Mm,
actually.
no. Exactly. Eddie H, the ties will be played with a schedule for the weekend of January the 10th. So in about 6 weeks'
Right.
time,
Okay.
or
Okay. So
five
we've
weeks'
got
time, I should say.
6 weeks to the 10th. Ah, right. Okay. I wondered why I had that free weekend there. Okay. So we play Bournemouth in that week. On the 7th of January, we play
Mm-hmm.
Bournemouth away.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then at the
Yeah.
weekend, obviously, we've got the league, the League Cup, FA Cup game. So that week will
Mm-hmm.
be a testing week for us. Sort of going,
Should be intriguing.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, it'd be a tough match.
If we are made of what we think we're made of, then we should approach that
Mm,
quite positively.
yeah, I think we have
Okay,
to.
continuing with yeah, exactly. Okay, so the rest of the draw there, Liverpool Barnsley. Am I right in saying that there was an FA Cup tie between these two and Barnsley won?
Oh, when was that?
I want to say
Liverpool.
that, or am I mixing that with Burnley? I can't remember. I'm sure that either Barnsley or Burnley. Well, it must be Burnley. Maybe they went to Anfield and they won 1-0.
Oh,
I'm sure I'm right in that. unless I'm just imagining that.
Liverpool beat Barnsley 2008.
Is that what it
Oh,
was? Okay, yeah.
Liverpool 1, Barnsley 2, 16th of February 2008.
Ah, I was right. I knew that. Yes,
Yep.
the ultimate knockout there. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Dirk
So
Kuyt that
hopefully Barnsley
scored
can
for
do that again
Liverpool.
because the way Liverpool are playing right now.
Yeah, that could be.
Ah,
Another
jeez,
time, at that time, they had the likes
blimey.
of Dirk Kuyt, who scored their only goal in that game, and Barnsley walked away with the win.
Hmm.
So, yeah, they'll be
Awesome.
hot on their toes.
God, I remember when I wanted Dirk Kuyt back in the day when I think we were linked with him as well before he went to
Mm.
live. Actually, everyone was linked to us back then before he went to Liverpool. But and he courted us as well. He was like it was openly flirting with us as well. And then I guess he just decided to jump into Liverpool's coattails. So it is what it is. The rest of the FA Cup draw there, Burnley Millwall. That could be an interesting one.
Mm.
That could be interesting. Millwall
Um,
are currently lying third in the championship, aren't they?
yeah,
And Burnley currently,
yeah.
yeah, struggling at the bottom. It's an interesting one.
I think so because they're not so long ago
Remainder of the
were
draw there.
playing each
Yeah,
other
carry
in
on.
the
Sorry.
championship. Not so long ago they were playing one another in the championship, so it's almost like a championship
Hmm.
tie. You might as well say, as Burnley are
Oh,
plummeting back down.
it might be again next season.
Yeah, exactly. Poor
Oh.
Burnley.
Hmm. Okay, rest of the deck ties there. Norwich versus Walsall. I don't have an opinion on that. Portsmouth versus Arsenal, which
Yeah.
of course is the one that a lot of us down here are looking forward to.
Yeah.
Derby versus Leeds,
Okay, that'd
which
be
could be interesting.
interesting.
Hmm. Swansea West Brom. Wasn't too long ago that was a Premiership
Okay.
tie, wasn't it?
Yeah,
But
I know. Wow.
hmm,
Wow.
the way those two
I
have
wouldn't have
fallen away,
minded
yeah.
Swansea playing Wrexham though, but I would have liked
Yeah.
Swansea to play Wrexham, but
Hmm. That would have been an interesting tie, that one. Salford City versus Swindon, which yeah, well,
okay.
I have an opinion on that one there. Bournemouth
Mm.
versus Brackley Town or Burton Albion. I think that Brackley Town and
Mm.
Burton are about to kick off in about 17 minutes. So yeah, that the winners there will visit Southern Hertfordshire for that one. Grimsby versus Western Supermare. There we go.
Okay.
Magic of the FA Cup in that one. Hopefully, I mean,
Yeah.
I hear that's a good trip out of Western Supermare.
Why didn't we get Western
House
Superman?
because on current form we probably would have struggled against them. So
Nah, we got Super Javi now.
Oh, Super Javi Simmons. Oh, that should be. We should
Yeah.
get that one going in that stadium.
Yeah,
I think.
exactly. There you go. There you
Uh,
go.
yeah, I like that one. I like that. The Hull City versus Blackburn, which
Okay,
I don't know where those
interesting
two
one.
are in the leagues really.
Yeah, that'd
The
be
Hull have
sort of
fallen
like
away
a
really badly, haven't they? Because they.
yeah,
You
whole
better say a derby
gosh.
though, aren't they? Now there's a bit of a difference there. A bit of a trek.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
the furthest north you can go versus the furthest south you can go. Newcastle versus Bournemouth, all Premiership tie in that one.
Yeah. And that won't be
That
easy
could be
for
a
either
trip.
team. So that will be a tough fixture
No,
as well. Yeah.
no, Bournemouth are, despite their results, they've actually been playing really, really, really well. And that's been kind of unfortunate. Second in the table now they dropped down to 14th. So
I
it,
could
you know,
not believe that when I looked at the table. I said, no,
mm,
no. I had to double check that because I thought that's impossible. They can't be down there. No way.
mm,
They've been kind
yeah,
of under the radar though, and they've not really been talked
mm,
about because they've plummeted, I think. Because when they were at the
yeah,
top and they were, in the top 4, it was like, wow, this, Areola's doing wonders with this team. But now I can't believe they've just sunk to 14th. It's just crazy. Considering that game at the start of the season, we'll say no more. We shall say no more, okay?
Yeah. It's a pity that had to be one of my last games before I got injured. That's kind of indebted in my memory. Jesus. Milton Keynes Dons versus Oxford United. Is that a bit of a derby? Not too much of a distance between those two, is there?
They're locals, but would it? I wouldn't say derby, but yeah,
No,
it should
probably
be.
don't think of each other like that. But
yeah,
or do they?
I
I'm not too sure, actually.
don't know. It sounds like a very meh sort of. Yeah, I'm a bit meh about that one. sorry, MK Dons. If there are any MK Dons or Oxford supporters in the chat? Sorry.
Don't worry, you're loved. I think it's probably the one channel where we're not too kind of like we hate MK Dons too much, so it's all good.
Well, we could have ended up out there. Just imagine that. Imagine that. We could have ended up out. Oh my goodness gracious! Oh wow. Good old Daniel.
Only for 2 seasons or so, but I mean.
Yeah, but how do we know what Daniel would have been up to? We don't know what Daniel could have been up to behind the scenes. Oh dear.
Well, because there's no infrastructure or transport out there, really.
No, I know, none. I know.
So it would be kind of hard for him to say, well, So that's why I thought it was only like a season or two while the stadium was getting built, wasn't it? So I don't know. Who knows what he was thinking? Who knows? Okay, and so then moving on there, Cheltenham Town versus Leicester City. I think Leicester are doing well in the Championship, if I remember rightly. So that would be an interesting one.
I don't know if Leicester are actually.
Okay, I know they did get smashed in their last game. Or did they get smashed, or they got beaten, didn't they?
Leicester, they're 14th in the Championship.
Oh bloody hell! Wow! I thought they were doing better than that. What the hell happened?
Jeez. So there is a little bit. There's quite a lot of tension with the Leicester fans at the moment because of where they are in the league, and also in terms of season tickets and attendance at games. So there's a little bit of contention there. Yeah.
I see. Oh my days. Seems to be following every big club at the moment. Wasn't expecting Leicester to be that. Well, I say big club, you know what I mean. But they're a decent enough club.
I know I wasn't expecting to see them that low, but it was just like, wow, okay. Wow.
But I will say, after all this, after we won the Europa League and Leicester fans taunting us, let's just say, we're waiting for you.
Yeah.
We're waiting for you. Leicester City, we're waiting for you.
Exactly that.
Waited years to say that. Cambridge United versus Birmingham City. Birmingham got absolutely mullered in over the weekend from what I saw on the highlights. So that'll be an interesting one for them. Cambridge, I think they're in League One right now, aren't they? But
and Birmingham are 8th in the league. Birmingham are 8th in the Championship, so that will be an interesting game. I don't think Birmingham
ripe for
where they want to be, but considering they've got those,
that's what I was going to
like that. So
the American owners. That's what I was going to say. They're ripe for the taking. There, that could be a giant killing in the making, I think.
Yeah.
And then Bristol City versus Watford. Which,
that's interesting. So that's 7th versus 13th. So Bristol City are 7th in their league in the Championship. Watford are 13th. So that'll be an interesting game.
Stoke City versus Coventry. I know Coventry are doing brilliantly in the league. I know they lost over the weekend, but they're doing brilliantly in the league. They're just walking the Championship at the moment.
They are. I mean, they're likely to be promoted, I think. It's theirs to lose. Stoke City's 6th in the league. So they are actually at present, they are actually in a playoff place. So that could be a very interesting game. I think there'll be quite a few goals. What's their goal difference? Because I mean, Coventry's goal difference is 29 plus 29 and Stoke City's plus 8. So I think there could be quite a few goals in that game, because I think Frank will want a good run in the cup for Cov, definitely. And let's not talk about when we played Cov at let's not talk about that game.
Theirs. So, yeah, but we beat them.
I know, but again,
Brennan Johnson special.
Yes, but we did struggle a little bit in that game as well. Oh my god.
Well, yeah, that's because we rested every single player that we can think of in the first, and then thought, hey, wait a second.
Spence did play. Remember Spence in that game? He played.
That was his breakout game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was indeed. It was like when he played that game, it was like, where have you been all our lives? You know. So yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly that. And he hasn't looked back since, which is good.
No.
So that was that one there. Macclesfield versus Crystal Palace, which that should be an easy one there for Crystal Palace, surely.
Yes,
well, definitely. So anyway, but,
yeah. They should win that on paper. That should be theirs. Yeah,
you'd think so. Manchester United versus Brighton, surely.
Tough match. Tough game for United. Not Brighton. Tough game for United. God, I never thought I would say that. I never thought I would say it's 2025. I cannot believe I'm saying that. I mean, if like 15 years ago, if I had said that to myself, I would have just laughed at myself. I cannot believe we are saying that's a tough game for United. Oh my God. Wow.
Trust me, I was having this ding dong with a Man United fan on TikTok during the live stream, and he was from Afghanistan, and he was given at large about how United are still the biggest team in the country, and this, that, and the other. And me and this the other guy, Passless, were just cooking him non-stop. We just had him on toast. It was great, and he came on earlier as soon as I went live, but he disappeared soon after. I think he remembered the cooking that he got. But yes. I mean, the very fact that no one is scared of Manchester United. I mean,
not anymore.
Someone had to teach him that, and I think he slunked off knowing that. So as long as he's learned that, that's the main thing. But that should be a Friday night game or a Monday night game, because a lot of people are going to want to see that. That's got Man United early exit written all over it.
Do you know what? It really has. I'm sorry to say, if there's any United fans in the chat, really sorry to say. But okay, in the league game, mind you, which they played in October, it was 4-2. But it was difficult though, because I actually remember watching that game. I mean, Mbeumo got 2, Casemiro. Well, that was an own goal, and Cunha, and Welbeck, of course, because everyone's got to watch out for Welbeck, and Kostoulis got one in the 92nd minute. So had the own goal was kind of a pinnacle moment for Brighton in potentially losing that game. But they did actually struggle in that game. So all eyes will be on that game. All eyes will be on it, because obviously what happened with Grimsby Town, so all eyes will be on it.
Yeah, exactly that. Look they're moving on there, and the last game that was drawn out was Sheffield United versus Mansfield. So Sheffield United are now in super form. I mean, they're just playing some outstanding football in the Championship. So you'd think that that one should be a cakewalk for United. Yeah, it should be an easy one.
Yeah, that should be.
So,
although, mind you, Sheffield United are 18th in the league, which is quite surprising because they were higher up. They've dropped significantly.
No, they were bottom 3.
United.
Yeah, Sheffield United. They were bottom three. They were struggling for a long time. They were neck and neck
Oh,
with Sheffield Wednesday throughout through the early part of the season until Chris Wilder
oh,
came back in,
okay.
and now he's set things in place.
Now I've got
Now they're
them up
moving
to
up the table.
18th. So
Mm. Yeah, so they're in great form at the moment. If he was there at the start of the season, who knows where they would have been. But yeah, it was a huge shock when they started off the season neck and neck with well, I think 6 defeats in a row with Sheffield Wednesday. I think they lost their first 6 or 7 games of the campaign along with Sheffield Wednesday. So that was a big
I
story.
mean, Wednesday are going down to League One, but under the circumstances, which I'm sure everybody knows about. Yeah, it's quite. I mean, that's quite sad for Sheffield, but it's what it is in football.
Yeah, it is what it is. Exactly that. So I think that wraps it all up. We'll be heading off in about just 10 minutes or so. But just thinking, any standout games for you? Because I think for me, other than Spurs Aston Villa, which I think is probably a top all Premiership tie, Portsmouth versus Arsenal. That looks like it could be an intriguing tie. That one there.
Yeah,
I think
and the
that's
West
one that
Ham,
kind of stands
West
out.
Ham, West Ham game.
West
I
Ham
think.
QPR.
Yeah, I think that
could would be a big London derby there, and I fully expect that one to be highly entertaining.
Yeah, definitely.
And I mean, there's some cracking ties. Charlton, Chelsea. I haven't seen too much of Charlton. I'm not quite sure what they're doing. I'm not in League Two now. I think they've just dropped a hell of a lot since Kirbyshley left.
Yeah,
and that's about 20 odd years ago. So you can imagine how the drop's been very steady.
Yeah,
and Liverpool Barnsley, that could be an intriguing tie as well.
Yes.
Yeah. So you'll carry on. Sorry.
No. I mean, I'm Liverpool Barnsley, as you said. You pointed out that stat where Barnsley took them, and with their current form, Liverpool and everything, Salagate, that could be a very very interesting tie. Very interesting. So.
Okay. Right. So there we go. That concludes the draw, and that's all good. So we got a interesting game coming up. It's tomorrow, isn't it? It's the Champions League tie, and Slavia Prague come knocking on our door.
They will.
What are your thoughts on that game? Because I know you'll be going to the game, won't you?
I will be there. And Slavia Praha, where are they? They're 31 in the table. I think we can take them. Yeah. I think we got that. I think we got this.
I admire the confidence. Yeah.
Yeah, no, seriously. I am quite confident. Probably in the sense that they're not going to qualify. They're not going to qualify, and it will be very concerning if we couldn't beat them at home.
Yeah,
very concerning. I think we will beat them at home, and also we will have Sonny back, so he's going to bring the vibes. So,
he's going to be addressing it. Yeah, saying goodbye, isn't he? Which is going to be good.
He will be coming to say goodbye, our Sonny.
That should be. I wish I was going, man. I wish I was going.
If he wants to, he can chuck on a shirt and some boots if he wants to. But that should be it should be a good enough tie. Hopefully there's a good few goals. And we should take the 3 points. If we do not take the 3 points, no. What do you think? Surely you'll come on now. Come on now.
No. I mean, I think we will win that one. I mean, I think I was just looking at the team. I was trying to find the team news for a start, and let me just get to it if I can. Let's see. And see who's actually given was going to be available in the next few days, but he's still out and about. So I'm not too sure. I'm just looking at seeing if there's any injuries. Yeah. the updates from the
Just a
last
doggy
live
for
stream I
us.
did, where
Doggy for us.
yeah, but it says that Solanke, the ankle injury, is going to be back late December, and the last live stream I did was supposed to be back after a few days. So who knows?
Mm.
Who knows? It's crazy, absolutely crazy what's going on. I mean, it's hard to say, but Kulusevski out, Basuma he's definitely out. Madison,
Bis
Zarkoshin,
Bis needs to sort his life out. He's got a
Sakai.
wife and kids. He needs to sort his life out.
Yeah, I think it's too late for that. I think it's too late for that. I think he's gone. I think he is gone.
He's rolling like he's
But I
he's
do,
one
do
of them road men. It's ridiculous. Come on, Bissouma. You're a professional footballer.
and the
Come
thing is,
on.
who are his friends that are just dobbing him in like that? Who are his
Yeah,
friends?
I know.
Because he's not there recording that shit himself, is he? He's
Exactly.
his friends, his supposed friends are there, and they're doing that to him.
Exactly.
You need better friends, man.
I mean, I don't understand why he needs to do that, but it's just boredom, isn't it?
Nah.
But I don't get how he's been frozen out, though. I know he was injured, but it's the fact that he's been frozen out the way he has. That bit I don't understand. There's something awry there.
Because
Like,
at the
obviously,
start of the season, at the start of the
mm,
season, he was late twice, wasn't he?
yeah, he was.
And yeah, and Frank doesn't play with that shit, so he just said, sort your
Which I
life out, and then he
agree
got
with.
injured.
I agree with. Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with that. These
So
guys all drive. There's no reason why they should be late for training. If they
exactly
were
that.
going to their 9 to 5, they would have to arrive at work by 2:45 to start work at 9. So
No, exactly that. No, I completely hear you. So
is
so it
he
looks like
going out?
those are the only players out, and Udogi is probably the only one that's
And a doggy,
carry
yeah, a
on.
doggy will miss. A doggy, yeah, a doggy will miss.
Mm,
Is he going to
Miss the game,
AFCON?
yeah.
Cote
Udogi.
d'Ivoire. Yeah, no, Bis.
Udogi. Oh, Biss. He's Mali, isn't he? I don't think Mali qualified.
Oh, did Mali not
Or did they?
qualify?
I don't think they
Does
did.
he
No, I
play
don't think they
for?
did.
Does he play for Mali?
I
Oh, he
don't think they
does.
did.
Did they not qualify? Oh
Yeah,
dear.
yeah. I don't think
Yeah.
so. No, they very rarely qualify for these tournaments. I don't know. They do qualify for AFCON a fair bit, but I wouldn't say it's regular.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Third in the table. Ghana, Madagascar, Mali, Comoros, and CAS. Or CAR, sorry. Right, okay.
Central African Republic. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, if the doggy is just out, then that means that I think the team that we'll put out should be fairly straightforward. Romero is suspended, isn't he? Or
Is he
was that where you picked up
suspended?
the booking or not? Or
Oh.
maybe not. No, I just assumed he probably was.
But
I don't think he is. I thought I just
if
assumed he
Romero's
was. I'm
suspended,
not quite sure why I assumed that.
he brings in Danso though, doesn't he? If Romero's suspended, he'll bring in Danso.
Yeah, Danso will come in, wouldn't he? Yeah.
Spence and
No, he's not suspended. I'm not quite sure what I thought he was.
He's one card. I know in the league he's one card away from suspension, I believe. Is he one card away? Or had he already served a suspension? Hasn't he already served one?
He served a suspension in the league.
Yeah.
So yeah, he got another card, so he's 4 cards away now. Okay, so I imagine we should be going strong defensively then. Fonda, Fernand, Romero, then we should be fine.
Udogi. Sorry,
And then,
Spence and Porro. Porro.
That should be fine.
Porro.
He's having a mixed bag, isn't he? Having a real mixed bag.
Oh, it's shocking. Come on. So bad. Now the midfield.
But
I would like your opinion on this. So he plays. He played Gray and Bentancur, didn't he? Who do you think is well suited for the midfield? Because he either plays like Sarr or Bergvall or Paulinho and Bentancur. Who would you think would fit better in the midfield? I mean, Gray's been doing a stellar job, actually. But
I was literally going to say that when Gray came on, I didn't miss Paulinho at all. I don't know if that says anything. I don't know if that says a lot or not, but yeah, I didn't miss him at all. So I'll probably reward Gray with his good performance by starting him alongside probably Beraval in midfield, I think.
Really?
But
Oh,
but the thing is, do I go 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1? That's probably the thing. If I was to go 4-3-3, then I would probably say, yeah.
Well, we did that for
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree.
at the weekend, isn't it? 4-2-3-1. I'll stick with that. It worked.
Yeah, but yeah, that's cool. So in that case, with Gray and Beraval in the two pivots, then that means that Xavi will have to start, won't he? Because he can't be left out. And then
so you will play Gray and Bergvall, not? Oh, right. Okay, because Bergvall didn't come on at the weekend.
Gray and Beraval, because no, but I was impressed with him. He didn't come on, no, but I was impressed with it when he played against Newcastle. I thought he was actually he put himself quite a bit, tackled quite well.
He does.
And
He
linked
does.
up play beautifully.
He does.
And yeah, I was very impressed with that. And I think Gray can sit while Beraval can link play, and I thought it worked quite well. But obviously, yeah, he didn't play against Brentford, but yeah.
No. And then the usual.
Probably we'll have to have Kudus out there. Yeah, Kudus. Richarlison on fire, like I said he was going to be. And we'll have Kudus on the right.
just sitting behind.
Yep, Xavi has to start.
Xavi sat behind. Which worked to dream.
Has to. Has to play. And then probably on the left, I know he experimented with Johnson on the left, but it doesn't work. Johnson, Odegaard have to play on the left.
Odegaard.
Or no?
You know, the jury's still out for me with Odegaard, but yeah, the jury's still out with me with him. He's nearly there, but not quite for me.
I hear you. Who would you play there?
There's still something missing from him. But you see, how we start is against Brentford is how I would start against Slavia Prague. And I would take that formation into the next few games. I really would.
Okay. No, that sounds all right. Yeah, it sounds cool. So
yeah, I would take that because it you know, Xavi just playing just behind Richie, Kudus, Mawani up front, Xavi just playing behind them. It was just a perfect combination. It was a real attacking force by all four of them. And it you know, usually it's like other teams know that we're struggling for goals. Other teams know that we don't have the firepower. At least I know people say, "Oh, it's only Brentford," but it showed. Okay, I know we scored 2 goals, but it could have been 4. Could have actually been 4. There were so many missed opportunities in the bar. You name it. 1-on-1 with the keeper at one point. Richie was. It could have been 4 or 5 actually. And that just showed that we do have the firepower at the club, but it's how Frank has been playing them. And I think that's been the major issue.
No, I agree.
Because Ange probably
no worries.
would have Ange probably would have played a similar sort of lineup to what Frank played against Brentford. I mean, there was one time when he put Kulusevski through the middle. Once I saw it. Amazing. And it worked.
I just want to yeah. Oh, 1 second. Just going to cover off a comment on TikTok, and then I'll turn, and then we'll end the stream on TikTok because got over the hour mark there. Comment from Ryan there. Take Salah in January when Mo gets tired. Sub Mo on. See what I did there? Yeah, that's kind of clever on there. I like that. But we're going to end the stream on TikTok. Got over the hour mark there. Thanks everyone for joining on TikTok and for the comments on there. It's been brilliant conversing. If you want to continue the conversation with us, we're going to spend another 5 minutes on the YouTube and Instagram channels. So on the Tottenham Supplement. So join us on there, and we'll continue the conversation. But on TikTok, thanks again for watching, and thanks again for the comments. And come on, you Spurs! Spurs versus Aston Villa in the FA Cup weekend of January the 10th. Join us there for that one. We'll be right on it. But thanks again for watching on TikTok. Join us on Instagram and YouTube on the YouTube on the Tottenham Supplements, and we'll be right there.
Yay.
Yeah, to continue the point you were making, that you'll have the team that was playing against Brentford. So you'll have Colin Moani on the left.
Oh, you're cutting out, I'm afraid. Sorry if I can't hear you. Sorry. Oh.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, so where was I?
Sorry about that.
That's all right. Yeah, carry on with that. So basically, what you're saying that the forward line that we had against Brentford, which had Colin Moani on the left, Kudus on the right, Xavi in the middle, and Richarlison all interchanging. You'd prefer
interchanging because Moani started up front, but we know Moani started up front, but we know Richie gets in. Richie's all over the park. Do you know what I mean? Richie gets in everywhere. So he plays wide. He can play through the middle. He can even play in defence, I'm sure. And with Kudus and Simons just behind.
No, it worked quite well. I agree. Oh, it's still there. Looks like it's your turn to phrase now. But no, I mean, just to cap it off, I do agree with that. It was kind of it was a good kind of way we played against Brentford. It actually worked quite well, and I do kind of agree with that. I did kind of that we were interchanging. Nobody knew. The opposition didn't know which players to pick up first and who to track and whatnot, and who was going to be up front. It worked brilliantly. So I do agree with that one. I do agree with that. But I'm thinking that I'm just kind of thinking in terms of rotating players. You know, it would be kind of cool to see. It'd be cool to see that kind of happen. Really, that's where Colin Moani is rested. Tell can't play, obviously, so and he hasn't been playing that often as well. So it'll probably be best to have Who did I say on the left? Probably better have Odebear out there, as Andrew was saying that it is kind of that he's kind of mixed in the way he's playing. So but I think so. I think that if you start him and actually given the minutes on the pitch, you never know. He might actually surprise you. He might actually do some bits, and it might actually come in quite handy for him as well. So yeah, we shall see what happens. I mean, I kind of think that that team will probably work. Evangel does get back into it. Hopefully, we'll get to get her team, who she thinks will play tomorrow in the Champions League tie between Spurs and Slavia Praha. Of course, it's a Sparta Praha. I tend to forget that one. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, Slavia Praha is the smaller of the two teams. So yeah, that should be an interesting one, and I think that I expect us to go out there and win. I think I will do a live stream for that one on both Instagram, YouTube, on the Top Supplement, and also on my personal channel on TikTok. So watch out for that one. That should be fine. But in the meantime, we are going to come off and reflect on the draw that we just had for the FA Cup. It's we've drawn, as you can see there at the bottom there. Spurs will take on Aston Villa. The ties will be played on the weekend of January the 10th. So that should be one to look at. So we're getting to a bit of form before then I fully anticipate that we should actually give Aston Villa a bit of a game. So I'm looking forward to that one, and we shall see what happens. But thanks for joining, and thanks for the comments as well. It's been an interesting draw. So some good ties there. Notably Pompey versus Arsenal, and West Ham versus QPR, Liverpool versus Barnsley as well, Manchester City versus Exeter City, David versus Goliath tie, Newcastle versus Bournemouth should be a bit of a cracker, but also the big one there, which is the one you can see at the bottom right there, Spurs versus Aston Villa. Thank you all for watching. Let us know what you think about this tie. Spurs versus Aston Villa in the FA Cup should be a cracker. I'm actually quietly confident. I've just seen that Burton Albion are taking the lead against Brackley Town in the FA Cup tie. The winner there will take on Boreham Wood. So we shall see what happens with that one. But again, thanks again for watching. It has been a good draw. It's not too big. Also, getting in not too small. And looking forward to that tie. The weekend of January the 10th for that one. Spurs versus Aston Villa. But then tomorrow we shall be doing the live stream of Spurs against Slavia Prague in the Champions League. So we shall see what happens with that one. Thanks again for watching. Come on, you Spurs. And Spurs, let's take this FA Cup seriously now, yeah? You're here? Let's do it. Thank you again for watching. You're